What's going on, guys? Rick with Rick's Toy Room, and I originally was going to do this video as a full unboxing video. However, I wasn't paying attention. My iPhone was full, so I got about 5 minutes into the video and the camera stopped recording. So I just finished setting up the Bambu HD or h2d without you guys, and I figured I'll just give you a quick rundown. It's currently in calibration mode, so it's going to take 30 minutes to calibrate out of the box. Puppy's got a squeaky toy. And I've got this hot mess behind me that I got to pick up. But I will say this, Bambu does a few things just absolutely phenomenal. One thing is their packaging. That summer gun came out of the box so simple. There are two tabs. They actually had plastic like locking tabs that connected the base of the printer to the outer shell. You remove that, you pull it up. There was about 3 inches of foam all the way around, plus bubble wrap to keep the glass from being shattered. The topper actually came in its own cardboard box that was specifically designed to hold it and shelve it, keep it from going anywhere. The inside of this thing is fucking huge, okay? And I'm gonna do it. It is huge. It fit the entire AMS inside with supporting brackets. They screwed the supporting brackets of the AMS in, so it couldn't shift around, it couldn't bash around anything. Then they also, of course, they mount in all of the rails. So there's about 9, let's see, 2, 4, 6. There were 10 screws that had to be taken out of the machine to even get it apart. The AMS, as long as if you're not using the heating system of the AMS2, no extra power cables needed, plugs right into the back of the machine and goes. The machine does have a special safety key that is needed to power the unit on. Now, when I did the first video that you'll never see, I called this key out. I was like, oh look, they have the safety key because if you ever upgrade to the laser, you're able to remove it and no one can use your machine, burn your house down. Well, then my stupid ass puts the safety key aside. I put the whole machine together, get rid of all the straps, pull out all the bolts, hook up the AMS, turn on the power, and it doesn't kick on, and I start to freak out. Took me about 3 minutes to figure out, after checking like fuses and all that, oh yeah, I left the safety key on the desk. I got to go install that. So, a little shout out to anybody that's waiting on their h2d that is going to be assembling this and not using the instructions, because you do not need them. That is the second thing Bambu does really, really well, and that is their setup procedures. This machine, even being slightly careful with taking it apart, lifting it myself onto the speed rack, assembling it all, plugging it all in, and now running the calibration, including connecting to my Bambu account and my Wi-Fi, less than 30 minutes. So you don't need the instructions, just don't forget the safety key, okay? Probably install that first. It'll make this whole process a little easier. Yeah, so it's going through calibration right now. I'm going to post some photos up. I mean, this thing dwarfs my P1S. I almost feel that I could fit the entire P1S enclosure inside the H2D. So, yeah, this thing's a beast. This thing is an absolute beast. Like I said, the build volume is 350 by 325 by 350 if you use same color both nozzles. If you only use single nozzles, it's 325 by 325 by 325, which still, my P1S is 252 by 252 by 252, and each of my flash forward AMS are 220 cubed. So I've significantly gone up in size throughout the lifespan of owning 3D printers. I mean, when my dad bought me the first Flash Forge for my birthday, I built the enclosure for it. I was having a lot of fun. It was like really cool. And I was like, I'll find things to do with it. And I did. I created a bunch of different models that I built, that I put on Etsy. I built my flag post covers that have the US flags on them. You know, I did a lot of fun things with the 220 by 220 build plate. I did a few busts. I did some statues. I've done some really cool stuff. And then progressively, I've just gotten bigger and done bigger things. So the large scale Ravage that you guys saw, the the large Masters of the Universe sword that I put together with the really crappy model that was all cut and jacked up. I built that. My neon signs, right? I was able to do a lot with the Flash Forge on the little space, and then moving up to the P1S. Really, I bought that more so for the multicolor for the AMS system, to get, prints with multiple colors, so I could build, like, say, the Ravage and, some really, really cool stuff. Now that I've got the next one, though, now that I've got the h2d, I've already checked. Again, I said this in an earlier video. My thick-ass skull is a little too big for the P1S to fit a mask on it. The HD or H2D will build full helmets that'll fit my head in one go without slicing them, without cracking them. Now, a couple of the models I have are broken up, so I'm still going to use those models. So the Wolverine, the Deadpool, those are getting done, by the way, this week while I'm on vacation. I'm going to run the 2 Flash Forges to do the single color, so the eyes and the eye inlets. I will be running those on the 2 Flash Forge because they'll handle that easily. The neck brace can easily be done on one of the Flash Forges, so I'll do that there. The P1S really won't be used for the helmets this week because I'm only doing essentially the single color helmets. I do intend on doing a Spider-Man as well as the Daredevil, but all of those are going to be done on the H2D. So just because I want to do those on one run. The Spider-Man's going to have multiple colors. I don't feel like painting it. The Daredevil, again, is going to do multicolor. I'm not going to paint it. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. Not only for the aspect of essentially being able to build helmets and do more cosplay items. Like, now I can do more of the Halo weapons that I wanted to do. But not only doing the cosplay, but I'm already got a few friends that want me to do a few displays that are much larger than even the PS1 can handle, or P1S can handle. So I'm going to put it on the H2D. I gotta get used to saying it. I've called it, what did I call this one? I call this one Nightwing. So you got Nightwing, Robin, Joker, and Alfred. I just did a whole Batman theme for my printers. It's a shame I couldn't customize the enclosures on the Bambus because I definitely would do a Mortal Kombat or Optimus Prime or like something crazy with it. But so Nightwing is going to run a couple really big displays with the build volume that I have available to me. If I slant a couple of the displays just right, I'll be able to do probably about a good 24-inch wide display. So I'm going to get that printed for a friend. That'll be one of the really first prints that I run out of this thing right now. The P1S is actually running multicolor G.I. Joe stands for Etsy sell that I made. So that'll be done in a couple hours, and I'll get that shipped out to the guy. But yeah, so I'm going to go clean up my room. I'm going to need more filament. I now have 4 AMS plus the other 2 printers, and I just need more colors. I don't have enough filament. So even though there's like 15 rolls of filament down underneath the printers right now. 3 of them are ASA, so they're used for very specific use cases. I'm not going to be using that. I've got a purple, I've got another bright red, a green, glow-in-the-dark, titanium, the stone, which the stone can only be ran on a 6 nozzle, which I need to get a 6 nozzle for the Bambus because I want to try to do a few of those busts that I did in the smaller version. I want to run them on the big machine and see exactly how big I can get them. So that's going to be very, very interesting. But yeah, so that's it. They're all set up. It's running. Like I said, the H2D took nothing to take out of the box, put on the shelf, turn on, and calibrate. Calibration's running right now. I'm going to start some prints as soon as the calibration's done. I'm going to finish my coffee. And yeah, we're going to go from there. I'll start showing you guys some of the cool stuff that I'm doing. I might start doing even larger neon signs now. Again, the print volume that I have on this, all my neon signs were built on the Flash Forges. So they're about 8 inches long at max. I haven't even tried throwing one on the PS1 or P1S to see how big I can get. I think the Halo sign I can get to about 10 inches on the P1S. I'm thinking I could probably do a good 2-foot long neon sign out of this one. So Now that I got the big machine, we're going to look into some of the more complicated neons as well. We're going to have some fun with it. All right, guys, as always, like, subscribe, follow. I'm going to let you know what comes out of the... I'll show you some of the stuff that comes out of the h2d once it's finished printing and making its first few runs. I really can't wait to put this thing through its paces. Later.